For the longest time, I've gone on to make statements like, I will employ fascistic or far right rhetoric, or to be more specific, the ways in which they will phrase things to deliver left wing messages or messages that are ostensibly both right and left wing that don't really align with either side in efforts to offend as many people as possible, because I find the act of offending those people and disrupting their sensibilities to be cathartic in and of itself, to be an expression of my freedom as a person, but also um, to make its own kind of point. And that point being that the fact that you feel that discomfort should, hopefully, it should cause you to critically analyze why you're feeling that discomfort when no message is actually being uttered that should make you uncomfortable. If I am to say something that is genuinely fascistic or Nazi-esque in nature, I believe that would be cause for discomfort. Um, Maybe not complete discomfort, because that's kind of gay. Let's be real here. If you're getting up in arms over the mere expression of an idea. But the practical implications of those ideas is something one should be bothered by. I think that's perfectly reasonable. But if I am to make a point that does not have any of the practical ramifications of Nazism or fascism, but merely takes on the aesthetic connotations of those ideologies while making a point that is completely different, if that makes you uncomfortable, you should question why. You should really critically analyze that, because it says a lot about how you think and feel if that's the reaction that you have, if you want to click off because of that. And that is a point being made in and of itself. And so I enjoy disrupting people's sensibilities by doing that kind of stuff. I enjoy making them uncomfortable. And I would hope that it causes them to better themselves, and in so doing, have more consistent beliefs. That being said, there's another component to this that I've been considering as of late, and that is association. You know, I don't want to use these symbols or speak in this way to be associated with Nazis. It's precisely the opposite. I want to co-opt these symbols and this kind of language and these tactics so that Nazis have to reckon with the fact that they are associated with me. And that is going to be an uncomfortable experience for them if they look at all of the things that I support in their totality and the actual things that I am saying in my videos, that I am advocating for in a practical sense, and all of the practical ramifications that come with that. And if I am giving them pause and forcing them to come to terms with what they believe and perhaps change what they believe because of the way that I have co-opted their aesthetics and their language, I think I've done a great service. In addition to that, if I can, in fact, cause them to move over to my side on a number of these issues, by co-opting some of their language or symbols to put out a message that is ostensibly left-leaning or more centrist or libertarian in nature, that's going to be people who are de-radicalized now, or at least radicalized for positions that are not hateful or insurrectionary in nature. And that's also a win for the human race, broadly speaking. And also, if you don't want to think of things in those large of terms, those grandiose of terms, um, that's a win for a hell of a lot of individuals who come from these groups who they happen to demonize. And so, I do not want to be associated with Nazis or fascists. But if I'm using their stuff in my own way, sooner or later, they're going to be associated with me. And there's a hell of a lot of things that are going to make them uncomfortable if they're associated with me.